that really didn't even like the word sexy. Like there was an aversion to the word.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to witness and hold space for also.
Yeah. Because what happened, I don't remember who said this, but somebody used the word cute.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, fucking don't call
Don't
me
ever
cute. I
call me
hate that
cute
word.
either. No, no.
Yeah. No, like, and that's the interesting part about being human, right? Every time we open our mouths, we're gonna offend somebody
Mm-hmm.
or they're gonna like, and you just gotta come from a place of, okay, now I know that there's an issue with this language here, so you don't like sexy. What do you want
Yeah.
to use as the identifier?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because when we talk about attractiveness, right? We're often like thinking about physically attractive, but there's ways that we could also be pushing people away and not attracting them with our response in this way. So like if somebody called me cute, and I really personally do not like that term because being of small stature, I've often been called cute, but not in a like, oh, you're a cute girl. It's been like, oh, you're cute,
Yeah.
like a doll.
You're a cute
A
little
cute
girl. Yeah.
little girl, right? And so in
Mm-hmm.
trying to be sexy, that wasn't like quite the opposite end of like what where my goal was. It was not being a cute little girl, you know? So, but I could be pushing people away if my response was like, don't ever call me cute. They'd be like, oh, okay, like I'm not going to call you at all, you know?
Yeah.
So I think looking at our stuff and doing this self reflection, it helps us not be reactive in that way too, which is not attractive. And that's not our only goal in not being reactive. Like, oh, if I react, I'm going to push people. No, like it doesn't feel good either. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I want to throw this out for all the audience because I imagine there's going to be people who are listening that don't have disabilities either, and
Mm-hmm.
like I think that's when you were talking about how the word cute made you feel and what it created within you. I think that kind of feeling, and I'm generalizing a bit here, but I think it's one that people with disabilities feel all the time, regardless of gender,
Mm-hmm.
because there's something about the disability experience
Mm-hmm.
for people who aren't in the experience that they don't realize that we grow up to be adults
Mm-hmm.
and that we get trapped in this made up image that people have with disabilities. And I think probably one of the biggest, and I used to be one, but one of the biggest like reasons that happens is because when it's disability is marketed,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the poster child
Mm-hmm.
syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
That image gets etched into people's
Yeah.
minds and it just gets stuck there, kind of like a child actor,
Yeah.
right? Except there's so many that are poster children that it gets applied to the group as a whole.
Right. Across the board. There's definitely that. So we're talking about like when do we see disability in society? So there is a, poster child for disability and often just used as inspiration to pull at people's heartstrings. And there also, I think that it comes into play because of how the word like dependent plays into things. People often view others with disabilities as someone who is like 100 and even 10% dependent on other people to have their needs met, which is very untrue. And because of that, there's this like infantilization that occurs where people with disabilities can only be these sweet angels that people protect and take care of rather than sexy and causing a ruckus, you know? You don't see a lot of that.
Yeah.
Unless you're following the other people that I follow on Instagram, because they're out there causing a ruckus and looking sexy while doing it.
You got to watch out when you hang out with Michelle too long.
Believe it.